Hello guys, and welcome back to the Rovers Report, where you join us for our first award in our end of season awards series. Today we'll be doing the player of the season, and the four nominees are Anthony Evans, James Belshaw, Paul Coutts and Connor Taylor. There's plenty of other nominations. You've obviously got, for me, Sam Finley could have been in there. If Elliot Anderson had been there for a bit longer, you could have him. You've got Aaron Collins potentially could have been in there, but yeah. I had to narrow it down to four, and I'll do a bit of a description on each and why I think they could have won Player of the Year. And then at the end, I'll give my final verdict. I'll be really interested to hear you think should win it, so make sure to let me down in the comments. If you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Cheers, guys, and enjoy the video. The first shout for me would be James Belshaw, who has just been such a vital part of this team over the last 46 games. And I think what's a big important factor for him is he has been there pretty much since day one. And you look at the games where he didn't play is where we struggle. He's such a massive part of that core of the team. From the back, he leads from the back. He makes sure everything in front of him is calm. And if you look at the statistics, he's got 17 clean sheets, which is the fourth best in the league. So he obviously performs well. His shot stopping's excellent. His distribution's great. His calm head is so vital. Joey Barton stated that he will end up getting a statue at Rovers. So I think that sort of tells you what regard he's held in amongst the Rovers staff. And I think he obviously won the Player of the Season awards at the end of year awards. And I think for very good reason. So there's a strong case for Belshaw. And I think not too many people would be unhappy if he was selected as the Player of the Year. Now the next player for me is Connor Taylor, who has been an absolute colossus for Rovers at the back. And you look at his statistics, he has played 42 games this league campaign. So he's only missed 4. That's quite incredible to think that when he's only 19, 20 years old this season. I mean, he's been the dominant figure in our defence. He is so strong, especially considering his age. When he's coming up against the League 2 veteran strikers and he completely holds his own. I think Rovers are noticeably weaker without him in the team. He's been shortlisted for multiple awards this season, including the EFL Young Player of the Season. His strength is just unparalleled, and he's come up with some important goals in the last 7 or 8 games of the season. So I think it's definitely a case for having him in there as the Player of the Year. The next player for me is Anthony Evans, and when you talk about a game changer, someone who can bring that bit of creative spark to lift the team and go on to push for that 3 points, no man falls better into this category than Anthony Evans. His goal and assist record this year is outstanding. He's third in the assist total with 12, and the 2 players above him have played 10 more games. He's got 10 goals this season, and some of them being vitally important. He won us the game versus Barrow, and then you look at his influence on the Rochdale and the Scunthorpe games, and you could argue who's the most influential player on the pitch. I think if you take him out of the Rovers team, there's no way we get promoted. And I think that's probably the biggest case for him being Player of the Season. He's probably Rovers' most creative player, arguably alongside Elliot Anderson. But yeah, his influence on this Rovers team, especially in the final third, has been huge. The final nomination for me is Paul Coutts, who started off very, very patchy for Rovers. He had obviously endured a bad case of COVID, so didn't get a full pre-season in. And a lot of Rovers fans were questioning whether he was the player that we thought he was. But I think it's testament to his character that he kept plugging away, and his quality has shown through. And especially towards the final end of the season, he has just been an outstanding player for this team. He's sort of like a quarterback figure. Oftentimes you'll see him dropping in between the 2 centre-backs, but I think in terms of dictating the way we play and the tempo, there's no more important a man than him. And yes, he might not be the most flashy, doesn't get many goals, but he's so integral to the way that we want to play, and Joey Barton made him captain. So I think it's obviously testament to the fact that not just on the pitch is he so important. I think behind the scenes he does incredible work, and I think he's definitely got a shout to be up there for Player of the Season. Drum roll, please. For me, the Player of the Season is James Belshaw. I think you just can't look past him. The fact that he's played so many games, he's so important to Rovers. You see the noticeable drop-off when he comes out of the team in terms of organising the defence, in terms of creating that team spirit, and also as a goalkeeper, he's just excellent. So for me, it has to be Belshaw. James Belshaw is the Rovers Report Player of the Season. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments below. I'm sure most of you will, because well, it's a great opinion. And stay tuned for our next episode of this, which will be the Young Player of the Season. If you have any recommendations for other awards you want us to do, make sure to leave them down below as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.